Unlocking Your Inner Light, Ram Dass on Spiritual Awakening. Let me tell you this. Have you ever felt like there was a part of you that just wasn't quite reaching its full potential? Like you had the light within, yet it seemed dimmed by the shadows of doubt and fear. That's exactly where Ram Dass's teachings on spiritual awakening come into play. In his profound book, The Only Dance There Is, Ram Dass explores the journey towards unlocking your inner light, shedding the layers of fear and ignorance to reveal the divine spark within us all. You might be wondering, what if I told you that the path to spiritual awakening isn't about finding answers, but rather being open to the process of discovery? Here's something you should know. Ram Dass believed that true enlightenment happens when we let go of our need to control the outcome, allowing life to unfold as it is meant to. In the early days of his spiritual quest, Ram Dass faced a significant challenge. He had been living a conventional life, working as a psychologist in New York City, married with 2 children. But one day he found himself at a crossroads, questioning everything he knew. This existential crisis led him to drop out of his job, leave his family behind, and embark on a journey of self-discovery. It was during this time that he began to explore Eastern philosophies and practices, which eventually took him to India, where he encountered the wisdom of Ramana Maharshi and other great spiritual teachers. Ram Dass, born Richard Alpert, later became known as the father of psychedelic Buddhism. His transformation was profound and marked by a series of pivotal moments. One such moment occurred in the late 1960s when he conducted the first experimental LSD sessions at Harvard University. These sessions were groundbreaking and controversial, leading to his eventual expulsion from the university. However, they also opened doors for him to delve deeper into the exploration of consciousness and spirituality. You might be wondering, how did these psychedelic experiences impact his spiritual awakening? Well, they were instrumental in breaking through the mental barriers that had been holding him back. Here's something you should know. The psychedelic experiences allowed Ram Dass to see things from a new perspective, challenging his preconceived notions and paving the way for a more profound understanding of the self. As Ram Dass embarked on his journey, he discovered the importance of embracing vulnerability and surrendering to the unknown. He shared, "It's important to remember that the path of spiritual awakening is not about achieving a state of perfection or control, but rather about learning to trust the process and letting go of the fear that keeps us stuck in our own minds." Let me tell you this, Ram Dass understood that the journey is not linear, and setbacks are inevitable. He once said, "We often get so caught up in the idea of progress that we forget that sometimes the best thing we can do is simply to sit with ourselves, to feel our pain, and to learn to love it." One of the most transformative experiences in Ram Dass's life was his encounter with Aldous Huxley, who introduced him to the teachings of Hinduism and Buddhism. Huxley's influence on Ram Dass was immense, and he went on to study with several prominent spiritual teachers in India, including Swami Satchidananda. These encounters deepened his understanding of meditation and the nature of reality. As Ram Dass wrote in his book, "I found myself becoming more and more absorbed in the beauty of the world around me, and I began to see that the key to happiness lies not in external possessions or achievements, but in the simple act of being present and aware." However, Ram Dass's journey was far from easy. He faced numerous challenges along the way, including the loss of his health due to complications from his drug use and the death of his wife Joan. Yet through these trials, he found strength and resilience. He once wrote, "When I was sick, I didn't understand why I was suffering, but now I realize that it was a blessing. It forced me to confront my fears and insecurities, and ultimately it brought me closer to the truth." Ram Dass's spiritual journey taught him the value of compassion and empathy. He believed that every person has the capacity for greatness, and that by cultivating a sense of interconnectedness, we can transform the world. He encouraged his followers to look beyond their ego and see themselves as part of a larger whole. Here's something you should know. Ram Dass emphasized the importance of community and sharing, suggesting that spiritual growth is not a solitary endeavor but a collective experience. He founded the Naropa Institute in Boulder, Colorado, which offers programs in contemplative arts and sciences, providing a space for people to explore their inner worlds and connect with others on a deeper level. One of Ram Dass's most famous teachings is the concept of the only dance there is. This phrase encapsulates his belief that life is a dance and we are dancers. We may step off the rhythm at times, but ultimately the dance continues. He wrote, "Life is a dance and we are the dancers. We may stumble, we may fall, but the dance goes on. And in the end, it is not about the destination, but the journey itself." So here's the question you should be asking yourself. Are you ready to let go of the constraints of your ego and embrace the dance of life? Can you surrender to the unknown and trust the process? Ram Dass's teachings remind us that spiritual awakening is a lifelong journey, and it requires patience, humility, and an openness to the unexpected. As he once said, the path of spiritual awakening is not a destination, but a journey, and the journey itself is the destination. In closing, let me tell you this. Ram Dass's legacy is a testament to the power of introspection and the courage to seek the truth. He showed us that true enlightenment comes not from external sources, but from within. It's a journey that starts with recognizing the limitations of the mind and embracing the mysteries of existence. So, take a moment today to reflect on your own journey. What shadows might you be carrying that are holding you back? What fears might be preventing you from stepping fully into your light? Remember, the only dance there is yours, and it begins with the courage to let go and trust the process.